Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel and the life of Richard the Lionheart here on Crusader Kings 3. Yes, he is now 64. His health is fine. He feels invigorated, but he is a drunkard, so we'll see how much longer the life of Richard will last. Now, those keen-eye observers of you will notice we have minus 222 in piety and 99 in dread, which of course means people are more intimidated by us. The reason for this is because I made multiple decisions that are not gamey optimized, but roleplay-wise, definitely. If we head on over to our court, you will notice there are no prisoners. The prison is empty. And the reason why is because Richard, who has gone through a few rebellions in his life, decided finally enough was enough and executed every single prisoner who rose up against him. I believe this is the right roleplay to do. It is definitely not the right optimized way to play the game, but honestly, I don't care. I don't play this game to be optimized and min-max. I find that absolutely boring. If others want to play that way, that is totally cool. As long as you're having fun, you're playing this game the right way. I'm having fun playing the game in a roleplay stance, and the roleplay stance is Richard is, of course, full of pride, and he kind of, he let the rebels out before for money. And this time he said, you know what? I don't care about the money. Instead, this has to just end. And so he put an end to their life. And as such, we continue marching on. We currently hold too many duchies, so we'll have to deal with that a little bit, but I'm not overly concerned with that right this second. We've got a number of wars we can declare against Aragon, for instance, and of course over here both in Ireland and in Wales. And Wales is where we will turn our attention to today. Oh, our sister Joan has died. My dear Agnes, I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things I left unsaid. So Queen Agnes died, gains 15 in stress. So the alliance has expired. It's all very, very sad. So if we look at France right now, our son, King Henry IV, who is also the heir to the English throne, if we look at that here, he can unite England and France. A feast at the court in Ventandor, of course, it will be my pleasure to attend. Let's go there first. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host, Viscountess Alaise, has welcomed you to the feast. This better be worth my time. All right, but we are going to turn our attention to being married. And what we could do here is Thibaut of Tours, who gives us the Duchy of Normandy internally and a ton of claims. Which is not bad. Let me look if there's maybe something better out there. So Constanza of Aragon, the Infanta, is available for marriage. Queen Maria, of course, there is a chance of inbred children. I don't really care that much right now. But we will send this proposal and bring England and Aragon together once more in marriage. So that is all done and dusted. See, we can create the Kingdom of Wales. What we're missing here is just the money, but we will have that money. We will, of course, turn our attention to Wales in today's episode, which was what I had intended. Furthermore, we will use our weak hook as househead on our son, King Henry of France, to enter a mutual alliance with us. And as such, England and France are once more allied, and the alliance with Aragon will come through shortly as well. There it is. Excellent. So now we have once again formed a very good a good alliance here. But first, we continue with the feast. A promise is a promise. What did I promise last night? I cannot remember what led up to it, but I do remember slapping the back of my vassal Earl Cormac, telling him that I would do anything he asked of me. Now rumors abound of the oath I swore. Well, a promise is a promise, or it's just drunken ramblings. No, promise is a promise. He has a weak hook. But now we have England, Aragon, and France in one alliance with us. So that's very good. That strengthens our position on the continent significantly. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Earl Cormac. We spoke all evening about all matters of subjects. As things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. A call to war. To the serene King Richard of England, call you in our alliance to meet Toulouse in de jour war for the Viscounty of Calvados. So the enemies are Languedoc and Toulouse. We've dealt with them before. Timing is not great. I'm not gonna lie. I was just about to look at conquering Wales, but what a feast. I remember the days spent in Viscount Elaise's hall for a long time. Farewell, my vassal. Okay, so now I'm going to have to rethink where we're heading. And we may as well head down here. So we are going to move our rally point down here to the south and join in this campaign. So Richard will not be leading this army. I've decided it's just not worth his time, but we are going to slowly but surely move them south and just start conquering things. While we're here, we may as well just make a little bit of money. We look here, the loot will be 16 gold, just kind of bit by bit do this. For a new martial lifestyle perk, we can go with courtship. So it increases some of our schemes. Or chivalric dominance, so knight effectiveness plus 75%. We are going to go with that while we can. Figured not too overly worried about adding anything that helps with romantic schemes at this point. And victory is done, so we can disband our military. That was a very, very quick and efficient and effective war. And now it's also a better time of the year. We can turn our attention to Wales. First up here, we are going to take on the rest of basically Gwynedd. Take on him. We look at a declaration of war. Seize the Duchy of Gwynedd. It'll cost us 200 prestige. We definitely have enough. And militarily, we are far superior. So we will declare the war, raise all our armies, and Richard will start conquering the rest of Wales. So we've once again split our armies. And that one is the siege army, and the other one the field army that will now take this battle to Lord Owain. And Richard is leading this army. And we already captured him. And with that, we can enforce the demands. Disband all. And we have now captured almost all of Wales. We just have this tiny little bit left right here that we will, of course, capture next. So here we can just do the lordship of Gwent. It'll cost us next to nothing. We gain the rest of the county, declare war, raise all of our troops, and head in there. This will be a very, very fast war. And here too, after one quick battle, we have taken the leader. And with that, Richard has now conquered all of Wales. Now, the next area, of course, of major interest is here in Ireland. Ransom, yes, pays 30 to you. That's fine. We will release him. Hit pause, and now take a quick look and see where we are in terms of our claims. We need to fabricate some more claims. Let's fabricate a claim right there. It'll take a while. We'll wait for that claim to tick, and then we can go in here and just basically take Connacht and slowly but surely conquer all of Ireland while still waiting for a crusade to maybe start. That's still waiting, guys. Hopefully that'll happen at some point. We can ransom Pyre. We will ransom him out. And then look at a few duchies here to deal with. So we've now bestowed a few duchies here in Wales to some of our Welsh and English vassals. They're geographically a little bit closer to that region, and I think that's the right call to make. Overall, the border gore is done now. It's a very nice looking England. I know that's something that a lot of people really like, are nice clean borders, and overall, and I'm one of them actually. Overall, we definitely have that. I'm not interested in obviously France. Queen Constanza is pregnant, so there will be another Plantagenet in the world. The only area here that I could be of interest is Languedoc, maybe getting that to France, but maybe Navarra. But I don't really have interest in going across the Pyrenees. Boiling anger. You might be a king, but you're also a cocky churl. The unprovoked anger expressed by my knight Alois comes as a complete surprise. He has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even he struggles, is calming. See, that's one of those weird events that pops up that I just don't get, because if somebody would, verbally assault a king at this time, I don't think he would just be like, oh man, if he's dealing with stress, then whew, life's okay. That's just to me, that's a really, really weird event. So one of the main areas that I need to and want to take a look at is Ireland. And just keeping an eye on that. We are about halfway there right now with the claim fabrication. So there's still a bit to go there. So, player heir. Oh, interesting. So King Henry has gotten divorced from Queen Dulce of Portugal, and as such, the alliance with Portugal has expired. Heresy. Cainites in Visby. Okay, Grand Mayor Ingvar of Visby has announced to the world that he and his vassals have converted to Cainitism. What twisted mockery of faith is this? All right. We are done with that. Now let's take a look. Really, I'd like to see what the situation is here in Scotland. We have King Mungo and Queen Constantia. He is a Dunkeld, and he is allied with just some here. He's not overly powerful. I don't believe we have... No, we have no Casus Belli at all. So, my brother William has died. Oh, that's sad. People are finally dying. Beatrice, our daughter. May you grow strong and wise, my daughter. Beatrice, a good name. Other than that, titles to be created. Kingdom of Wales. We could create the Kingdom of Wales now. And cradled by sickness. Beatrice is sick. Hush now, Beatrice. Please don't cry. So, we could create the Kingdom of Wales. I think, why not? So now we have the Kingdom of England, the Kingdom of Brittany, and the Kingdom of Wales. And as such, founding of a new empire is here. We can request a claim, but the Pope really isn't too high on us, and of course our level of devotion isn't there. Founding of a new empire. We are just shy of the realm size. We need 4 more counties, and of course a lot more money. But maybe the next one we try to go after is then the founding of an empire. But first things first, we need to wait for this to fire. Then we'll have 3 counties. We get that final county claim, grab Connacht, and then it's just a matter of saving money to the point that we'd have to save a lot of money to be able to declare an empire. But that would definitely be a fun little thing to try to get done before the end. Adelaide has come of age, so they grow up fast, and she can marry. So let's see if we can find a good marriage alliance here. Oh, the Kingdom of Sicily. That would be an interesting one. Duchy of Burgundy. There are a few interesting ones here. Anything matrilineal? Not overly, and I don't really care about that. Alliance power, yeah, I mean, the King of Hungary would definitely be a big one. Lombardy, Venice, Kingdom of Sicily wouldn't be bad. She is 16 and scarred. I think an alliance with the Sicilians. Children born will be Hauteville. I don't care. But yes, let's send out that marriage there, and then we'll have an ally in southern Europe. Kingdom of Sicily is good and strong. Ah, perfect. See it done. So we've gained a claim there, and now we can send him here for the final for Mayo. And we can focus on that. We can also, or we need to find a new physician as well. Don't really have the money, but physician is very, very important given Richard's advanced age of now 67. So we can either go with Peter, he's quite experienced, 210 gold, or Matilda, 105. We'll go with Matilda. What's the worst that could happen? It's time to unlock a new martial perk. And never back down, so friendly fatal casualties go minus 20% advantage, plus 5. Ischemic Court. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill me. We must stop the villain behind this. Ooh, this would be quite the ominous end to Richard's life, and not being able to go on crusade. Gotta keep an eye on it. It would be interesting to see. I mean, at this point, we're getting to the point where I'm really curious to see how and when Richard dies. Counselor has died, so we've got a new court chaplain. But we should be okay here, yeah. Still fabricating away in Mayo. So we can conquer all of Connacht. That gives us at least the province count we need for an empire. Albeit we are far, far away from the money needed. A prisoner in my own body. I knew that getting older would mean doing everything slower, but I didn't think it would all come to a halt until my death. Lately, I feel a constant malaise, and everything takes more effort than before. I'm worried that if I lie down, I might not be able to get up again. There's no doubt that my time is running out. I feel like I can do naught but to await death's sweet embrace. And he is now infirm. What that does is, look at that. -3 diplomacy, -3 martial, -3 stewardship, -3 intrigue, -3 learning, -6 prowess, fertility -30%, severe penalty to health, dread loss plus 100%, and natural dread -15. So Richard is definitely nearing the end now at 68. We'll see if this is the final episode in the life of Richard the Lionheart. My spy master has come to me with a discovery. He is certain that my vassal Viscountess Sarrazine is scheming against me. Throw her in jail. Alright, if that's the person trying to kill us, haha, I can ransom her, but no, I shall not. And there we have it, folks. Richard the Lionheart, King Richard of England, has passed on at 69 years of age. He drank himself to death. A renowned sodomite, he lays now in the tender care of Satan himself. King Henry ascends to the throne, having mastered many skills. He is sure to be admired by his subjects. So he has died. And now look at England. Look at that. England now is all of France, England, Wales, and almost all of Ireland. Titles that can be created, a lot of duchies, but decisions, can we create an empire yet? Need to become exalted amongst men, so that's still far, far, far away, but there you have it, folks. That is the end of the life of Richard the Lionheart, and he did ascend to the English throne. That was one of the major goals. He unified the English holdings in France, conquered Wales, and through the marriage alliances was able to now, through his death, let King Henry III become King of England, France, Brittany, and Wales, and Aquitaine. So, I mean, you want to talk about a powerful king now. At this point. Unfortunately, there was no crusade. There was one crusade right in the beginning that, timing-wise, could not have been worse because, well, we were at war with our brother John. Had I not been in war there, I probably would have taken that crusade. It was an Iberian crusade, not to the Holy Land, but down here to Spain, and that would have been a cool thing to take off. So we got everything really achieved, and then some. If you look at the power of England at this point, a massive continental power to challenge the HRE would be next. If I would continue playing this, of course, we would try to conquer Ireland and all of the British Isles, and then work towards building up the fame of King Henry III, to then eventually declare an empire. But that's where we ended. It was all going to just be a mini-series just about the life of Richard the Lionheart. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments about what Richard achieved in this run here on Crusader Kings 3 using the Kingdom of Heaven DLC mod. I recommend you definitely check that out. It is a really fun mod to play if you want to have a later start date, which adds just a lot of flavor to the game. If you don't mind, please hit that like button if you enjoyed this series. Subscribe if you're new to not miss out on anything else. So until next time, I'm Round Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.